Imagine a world in which the future affects the past. You are sitting on your chair because it was chosen by your future self. Have you ever imagined if this could be true? And what is the delayed choice quantum erasure? So, we will discuss all these topics into today's lecture named Delayed Choice Quantum Erasure. Welcome to Quantum Mechanics. This is Quantara X and let's start our video. You already know about the double slit experiment and how it shows the dual nature of quantum particles and how measures collapse the wave function. But physicists wanted to know more. How real is wave function collapse? And can we somehow measure the position of quantum particle without breaking its wave function? To explore this, physicists made modifications to the double slit experiment, and the setup looks like this. I know it looks terrible and complex, but trust me, it's very easy to understand. So let's start by understanding every instruments and optical components used in this experiment. First, this is an argon ion laser, and for easier understanding, we will call it a photon emitting gun. We have added a special type of crystal that splits a single photon into two entangled photons. Well, you already know about the double slit. After the double slit, you can see a crystal known as the BBO crystal, which is the same type of crystal used in the photon emitting gun. Its function is to divide a photon into two lower frequency entangled photons. After that, in the upper region, right after the BBO crystal, there is a converging lens. This lens maps the momentum of the photon to a position on the detector. Or simply put, it slightly bends the photon's paths inward. And did I just say detectors? Yes, these black components you see are detectors. They act as observers and record where photons land, revealing whether they behave like waves or particles. In the lower region, right after the BBO crystal, you can see a prism-like structure. Its job is to change the direction of the photons, as you will see later. The three lenses-like objects after the prism are beam splitters, typically 50-50 non-polarizing beam splitters. When a photon hits one, there is a 50% chance it will pass straight through, and a 50% chance it will reflect at a 90-degree angle. The two black components you see are mirrors, and you already know what mirrors do. Now that we fully understand the setup, let's jump into the experiment. You are now seeing the full setup. The photon emitting gun emits two entangled photons. They pass through the double slit, and after passing through the BBO crystal, these photons split into two pairs of lower frequency entangled photons, each following separate path. The first pair of entangled photons travel along the upper path and passing through the converging lens. The lens slightly changes their paths, causing them to merge into one. As a result, the detectors records them. Now pause the video and think about the result. Ready? There will be an interference pattern because we cannot determine which path the photons took. Now let's talk about the second pair of photons. They travel along the lower path and pass through the prism-like structure, which changes their angles. The blue photon then reaches a beam splitter. If the beam splitter let it pass, the photon reflects from a mirror and then reaches another beam splitter. If it reflects there, it goes to detector 2. At the same time, the red photon, after passing through the prism, reaches a beam splitter. If it passes through, it reflects from a mirror and then reaches the same beam splitter the blue photon encountered. If that beam splitter lets the red photon pass, both photons arrive at the detector at the same time, merge and produce an interference pattern. Now consider another case. The blue photon goes to detector 1 and the red photon goes to detector 2. In this case, we see two fringe patterns which represents particle behavior. Detector 0 also shows the same result corresponding to the detector 1 and 2. If we repeat this experiment again and again, we obtain different results depending on which detector records the photon. Here is the data shown in the form of chart. You may notice that the detectors 1, 2, 3 and 4 shows the result correlated with detector 0. At first this seems normal because the photons are entangled. But here comes the shocking part. The upper path is shorter than the lower path. This means the photons in the upper path reaches detector 0 before the photons in the lower path reaches their detectors. So how is it possible that the result measured later determines the result measured earlier? And the only explanation seems to be that the lower path photons influence the past behavior of the upper path photons. And this is why this experiment is called delayed choice quantum eraser, because the photons appear to erase and rewrite the past depending on future measurement conditions. And no matter how many times we repeat this experiment, we always get the same results. This experiment forces us to once again question our understanding of time. So, how the video was? If you have any questions, let us know in the comment. All related articles and sources used in this video are in the descriptions. And if you have any interest to discuss quantum mechanics and quantum physics, then you can join our community. The links are in the description.